Yo, good morning, good morning. Monday, September 21st, 2020. Um, Stock of the day, Crdf. I previously traded this shit before last week. As you can see, this is a yearly 1 day chart. This huge green candle right here was the day I had traded it. Don't remember if I collected a profit on it or not. I believe I did. So CRDF market cap 188.4 million, float 16.21 million. So let's get into it, man. As you can see, I took less than a 1% loss. This today, let's talk about distracted trading, all right? Because you got to remember, man, everything is circumstantial. Everything is based off what's going on for you as an individual, for me, right? So everything I do is based off me. I don't follow nobody. I don't listen to nobody's shit. I do everything my way when it comes to trading, okay? So I took 3 trades today. My first two had me down almost 3%. And then finally, all three of them were the same, basically the same exact trade. So as you can see right here, this is the 1 day, 1 minute chart. Seen this nice run from 9 to 11, or actually even lower, man. It was, yeah, basically 9 to 11. So when it dropped, I wanted to play a morning spike reversal. So when it broke here, let's get into this range. So as it double topped right here, I put the line in, waiting for it to break, and it broke. So my first purchase was at 801. So in this red candle right here, that was my first purchase of the break. At 10, I bought it at 10.22, basically $10.22. When it broke the high, and then it dropped right here in this candle, and that's where I exited at 10:03. Because like I said, in this current market, even right now, as you can see, look at over here. This one is finally running, whatever the hell this is, but that's nothing. That's an OTC. Looks like 1, 2, 3. That's probably a fucking the fuck do you call it? An IPO. It's probably an IPO. Don't know. But anyway, let's get back into what I was doing. So anyway, for over here, when I got into the market, there was not a single thing up 20%. It's already 9 o'clock. Okay, the market opens at 6:30, and there's only one, two, fucking three, now three over 20%. Slow ass fucking market. Horrible. You feel me? Even though the overall market gapped down today, the overall index, the S&P 500, gapped down today. The overall market has been shitty as fuck. All right. Okay. So anyway, so a good play I like to play, a morning spike reversal. So we see the spike to 11, drops down to the mid nines, the mid to high nines. So I wanted to buy the breakout here for the morning spike reversal. So I purchased it, sold it, took a small, like a 1.5, about like a 1.5% loss. And then again, I tried to replay it again because it looked like it was still holding. So I bought it at 1024, at 805. So now we're just going to move a couple candles over. So yeah, the dip. So right here, in this one, I bought it at 1024, which was somewhere in this range. And it did have a nice spike, about 0.5% up before it dropped. And then I sold it at this time. I held it just a little bit longer and sold it into this drop. And that's when I was down about almost 3%. I was down about 2.7, 2.8%. Again, your personal schedule, okay? 8 o'clock is around the time I have to wake up my daughter for school, all right? So after that happened, I took 2 losses. I said, look, I'm just going to, I got to get my daughter ready for school. So, you feel me? Did that. Got her ready, got her breakfast, got her set up, because we got to do this virtual school and shit. So I got her all set up. And as I'm finally getting her set up, because she has to be there at 8:40, okay? As I finally get her all set up, I'm done by 8:30. I have her sitting waiting. So it's about 8:30 now. And it finally broke. As you can see, at 8:30, it ran to 550. So on my original buy, if I would have just held through the low of, which would have been a drop of about 3% drop, which is my absolute maximum in this shitty ass market. You feel me? If I'd have held through that, but like I said, with the current market and the market conditions, I mean, that could have easily just dropped. So I had to take my loss. But then as I seen this, I said, okay, now it definitely has strength. So then at 8:35, I wanted to buy the dip. So I bought it in this candle. And I entered it beautifully. Because as you can see, this is a bullish red candle. It came down and it closed at the top. So that was a beautiful sign for me. I noticed a pickup in volume. As you can see right here, when it broke through, look at this spike. You see all this heavy volume, nice gradual climb, then a drop. And it did have a tiny spike. And when it broke here, the original, which gave me my original indicator to buy here, like I said, it dipped about 3% at the lowest. But like I said, in this current market, I'm trying to do anywhere between minus 2.6 to plus 2.6, minus 2% to plus 2%, at the max minus 3 to plus 3%. But the way the market is going, I haven't really wanted to go over 2%. And then I bought back in again because it was holding. Excuse me. Bought back in because it was holding. And then finally, when I seen this pop, I said, now I know it has strength. So when I bought back in this candle, I bought at 8:35 and then sold it 20 minutes later in this pop at 10:51. So basically made 2.6%. So basically made all my money back. But here's where the thing came for me, because I could have actually finished profitable and been profitable on the day 2%, because it did top at 10.73. So that would have gave me another 23 cent or 22 cent profit, which would have put me in the green for today. But like I said, you have to know your own schedule, man. So what happened during this period was, I'm in my room trading, and I set up my daughter's desk right behind me so she could do her school. And she just so happened to need help. And she was calling for me. And I mean, as a day trader, man, you guys already know your fucking eyes got to be glued to this shit. Because, I mean, at any point, it could fucking drop. Your eyes have to be glued. So, I'm stuck I'm in my zone thinking, okay, my daughter's in school now. I could focus. And then she starts calling me. And, of course, my baby's going to always come first. So I was up, I actually hit my profit target roughly, because I made... on the third trade, I made about 2.1% profit, which basically made back all my profit. And then at that moment, I was already up and it was holding. But like I said, my daughter needed my help, so it could have easily dropped. And then now, see, as you can see, it's now in the 1039s, which is still profitable for that one trade. But hey, man, my baby came first, so I said, you know what? I exited in, let's see, at 10:54. Yeah, so I exited in this pop. Once it broke the high, I exited in that pop, in this candle right here, and got executed at 10:51, $10. So that was a 26 cent. That was a 26 cent profit right there, which is beautiful. 26 cents is beautiful. And then it topped at 10.73, which, like I said, then that would have put me in the green plus 2% on the day. But hey, man, so pretty much a break-even trade today. You have to realize what is your schedule like, what's going on. Because typically, even when I woke up this morning, obviously, we haven't nothing been popping like too much, so the market open is no longer significant to me. So I usually come to the market when I have my daughter and she has school. I usually come to the market after she's set up. So after 8:30 is when I like to look, because in a slow market, if anything has legs, it's gonna be after 7, 8 o'clock where I could catch a nice little trend like I did. My thesis was right the whole time in this steady gradual climb up, because I was also watching over here, which is the 5-minute candlestick chart. And you just seen a beautiful grind. Pops, pulls back, pops, pulls back, pops, and then now it's pulling back again. And it could easily pop back up to 11 because it's still holding its trend. Unless it drops and tanks right now, it's still in the trend. So again, basically a break-even trade, minus, a 0.5%, $6 loss on the day. That is nothing. I was down. Remember, I was down 2.7, 2.8% when I started this, but I knew my thesis was right. From the very first trade, I just had to cut it because I had to cut it. I'm not going to risk losing more than what, the potential profit mark. So, if my potential profit right now is plus 2.6% for me, a third of the move, why am I going to let it drop more than 2.6% per trade? That doesn't make no sense. And now it's having a nice bounce now. As you can see over here, 251, which is where I exited. And it looks like it's still going to maintain that trend. It'll probably break the 1070 and retest this 11 and potentially run past it. It's a very good possibility. I'm out of trades for the day, so I'm just going to have to go with a minus $6 day, which is beautiful. You guys have to understand how beautiful that is. $6 ain't nothing, man. That's like, it's like paying a commission fee, man. It's nothing. So, this is a beautiful thing. Again, you have to put it in perspective. For me, my daughter comes first. Again, see, look, now we're at the bid, 56. So now we're getting popped back up. This is pretty much going to probably maintain, and it'll probably retest that 11 mark. I wouldn't doubt it. I was in at but hey, for me to originally be in at 1021, and to get out in the 1050s, that's a beautiful capture. I captured a nice piece of this move. 26 cents is a great pickup, because put this in perspective, if you're trading with $10,000, let's say, and let's say you're trading with $10,000, that's 1,000 shares, and you make 26 cents on the move. That's $260 in a day, in 10 minutes, basic, or 20 minutes. I'm sorry, in 20 minutes. So you get what I'm saying? Like, it's a matter of perspective. In this slow market, we're getting slow little pops. That's it. That's all we're getting, little 2-3% pops. In a bull market, in the type of markets I like to play, when everything's popping off in sector-wide momentum, we'll get nice 5-6% pops like that. So that's an easy, when it pops 6%, collect it, boom. And then if it keeps moving in your favor, boom. When it pops another 5-6%, collect it, boom. And then if it holds really nice, then once you're up, once you give yourself that cushion, or even if you give yourself that 5-6% original cushion from the first trade, then you could place a second trade and hold it now, because if you lose 5-6% and cut your loss, then you're basically break even, or just hold it until it runs. So just this particular market, like I said, it's what it's giving me. It's giving me -2s, -3s to +2s, +3s. Because realistically, even if it came and touched up here, with my position size, let's see, 11. Let me calculate real quick. What's wrong with my phone? All right, so 11 minus 10.25. Then by A. The most I could have made was a max of 6% if it retests this 11. That's if it tested. The max I could have made right here, it was at 1073. Times that 80. The most I could have made in that whole move was a 3.8% before it dropped. And I winded up collecting about 2.1%. So I collected the majority of that move, which was great. But like I said, took 2 losses first, trying to collect that. Which realistically, like I said, in this market, I cut them, man. That's the name of the game. Always put your losses first, man. You could never put like, hey, I want to, I could easily, when I first bought, that's exactly what I thought. I thought if it had a nice grind up, it could retest 11 when I first bought at $10.21. But when it dropped 1%, 2%, I'm no longer wanting to take that risk. Why the fuck would I want to risk and say, oh, but, if you're focused on the profit, that's what's going to screw you in the long run. I'm not focused on the profit. I'm focused on the process. I'm focused on, yes, it could potentially reach there, but I'm not going to risk no more than minus 2% because that's all the market is giving me right now. If I can max profit, 8% max, which this would have been a 6% move, that would have been my max profit, 6%. So you feel me? And again, and in hindsight, man, that is for my overall $1,000 position sizes. This is roughly, I got it for like an $800 position size, so about 80% of my. So realistically, it's probably more like a, an 8% max move realistically. But I always go based off my position size because it's the easiest way for me to keep track of what I'm doing if I maintain the flat numbers instead of trying to change it constantly. And then it also allows me to track my money without actually thinking about money. I'm thinking in percentages. So, so overall, man, today was a good day. I was right about the thesis, just off. The timing was off. And like I said, again, I'm usually getting to the market after I set my daughter up, which is when I was profitable. But I had waken up about 7, because I'm used to waking up before the market opens, man. So I'm always up early. So I was laying in bed like, I'm going to come check out the market early today. And that costed me. That costed me $6 for waking up in the market early. Because realistically, if I'd have just came in when my daughter was done, like I always do, that's when I bought. And that's when I made my 2.1%. If I'd have just waited, I'd have made 2% on the day. And with still 2 day trades left, and could potentially repurchase this if it continues in the right direction, which it still looks like it's holding a nice trend. So overall, less than 1% on the day. That is nothing. It is just basically like a break even today. So overall, I'm happy with the position. I did a minus. I think I did the first trade. I cut my loss at, let's see. We just got to do the math here. Let's see. Let's do the math. So purchased at 10.21.825 and sold it at 10.07.925. So I lost 13, almost 14 cents. Times that by 80 shares, which is what you see right here. So the first trade I lost 1.1%. And then the second trade, I bought it at 10.24. Sold it at 10.0355. Second trade, I lost 20 cents a share, so an even bigger size by 80. That one, so that one I lost 1.6%. So that put me at about 2.7, a little over 2.7%. And then my final, I bought it at 10.25. Sold it at 10.51.075 and made a 26-cent profit, and basically made a 2.1% profit. So that leaves me with, a little over 0.5% profit lost on the day. So always moving in the right direction. I'm cool with that. I mean, as a red day, I can't be mad at that. Thesis was correct. Just so happened to execute it 2 times. But that's exactly the beauty of this. So think about it. It took me 2 losses and in one trade, I basically made it all back. And that's the name of the game, man. You have to maintain your losses. Maintain cutting your fucking losses where it doesn't hurt, where you could easily make it back in 1 or 2 trades. And when the market is hot, nah, man, I'm definitely making some shit back. Because I know how to capture these motherfuckers. You feel me? It's just a matter of readjustment. And I'm readjusting, and now everything is moving in the right direction. So, you feel me? Minus a little over 0.5%. That is nothing. So again, man, Crdf, I've traded it in the past. I still have to record my data on it. I just wanted to make the video first, get the shit over with. So again, man, executed 3 trades, took a $6 loss. Nothing, no big deal. This is beautiful. And as I said, I want to show y'all. Let me see. So let's go right here. Oh, no, 5 day, 5 minute. Yeah, this one. So this was the day I originally played it. Yeah, I did. I was profitable on it. This is the day I originally played it in this run. And then it dropped. But as you can see, let's back it up. See, now it's having a multi-day bounce. Which is pretty much like what I look for here. Morning spike, pulls back, climb back. So this was a huge spike on Thursday. Drop, flatline Friday, and then popped. You know, to retest that. So yeah, man. You know, that's pretty much what I look for in the intraday, but this is a daily. This is Thursday, this black is Friday, and this black is today. The gray area is the after hours and the pre-market stuff, but it's the black that you want to look at. And look at all this heavy volume, and then pretty much a little tiny spike in volume now, but then see a little fatter glob of blue over there for a little more volume today. And it's still holding a nice trend. It actually looks like it might be going out of trend now, to be honest. Yeah, it could potentially drop right here. This could have just been the max retest. So if that was the case, then I did collect a great percent of the move. I collected 26 cents. Well, actually, I collected minus, 6 cents total. But overall, I'm happy with what happened. A little more patience next time. Again, I jumped the gun because I was just waiting. I woke up early, 7 o'clock. My daughter don't got to get up till 8. So I said, man, and normally with this slow market, I haven't been getting up at the market open because of how inconsistent it's been. It hasn't been in my favor for what I particularly like to trade. Now, someone might be really good at capturing that first move. But as you can see, it was up barely any percent, maybe 1-2% on the day. But I mean, you could have easily caught this gradual climb, which would have been nice. But again, the market has not been in my favor. So I've been avoiding the market open because that's where I've been taking the bulk of my big losses, because it's very inconsistent and extremely dangerous and choppy because you never know what's going to happen in the first half hour of the market. So I'm cool with today. No big deal. A break-even day. Crdf, still got to record my data. But overall, can't be mad, man. Can't be mad. A little next time, a little more patience. Again, if I have my daughter and she has school, man, I need to make sure that comes first. Because it could have overall been a profitable day and I could have profited a couple percent, which is typically my target. But, I could have easily made another 22 cents, which, let's do the math. 0.22. So, yeah, I could have easily made another 1.76%. And if you minus that, well, yeah, if you would have minus that, then I would have pretty much finished the day with, a little over 1% profit. So overall, either I'm up 1%, down. That's always close. You're keeping it within the fine lines of when the market does pop off, you're ready. All right. So yeah, man, that's pretty much it for today, man. Crdf minus a little over 0.5%. placed 3 trades, red on 2 of them, green on 1 of them, and the green pretty much wiped out my entire loss. So basically a break even on the day. And yeah, man, that's gonna be it for today. That's a beautiful, nice climb too in that daily. And again, market cap. I played this one before, and I was profitable on this same exact Crdf. 188.4 million market cap, float 16.21 million. Not really rotating any volume today. The volume is currently at 6.3 million. So yeah, man, it's a third of the float. So if it's a third of the float, I'm not getting that much movement compared to how I like it trading 3 times the float. All right. So yeah, man, it's just the state of this market, man. Waiting for something hot to come on and just maintaining until then. All right. All right.